So make sure you have Docker desktop running. Once you do that, you can just go Docker Compose up right from the root of the admin app. If it's your first time running Docker Compose, it'll take some time. So it has to build the images. In my case, it should be pretty quick. They're already built. There is another step though once this is running. It's fairly easy though. You have to go to localhost 8383. We'll go there in a second. I can't remember the port. But you have to go to the PHP myadmin where you import the database into the MySQL instance under Docker. And the database is just a SQL file under installation backup, and it's database.sql. That's the latest one. Then you have to run migration though, and a seed. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so it looks like it is running. Let's just look at Docker Compose so I recall. So you've got MySQL running on 3306. You have the app running on 8080. And then you have, why am I not seeing it? Oh, it's down here, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so 8383 is PHP myadmin. So if we go to here, let me just run this. Okay, good. So I'm able to hit localhost 8080 with an API call, so that's good news. If we go to here, it should show a login, but it'll probably fail because the database isn't queued yet. It's there, but not really. Anyway, so localhost 8383, perfect. Okay, so we need a database named GrowFresh for the local run. So make sure that you see GrowFresh here. If you expand it, you won't see all the tables yet, or you shouldn't. You need to go to import, and then and make sure you're selected on the GrowFresh MySQL 306 instance. Choose, so go to that that database file that I showed you in the admin project. Once it's in there, you don't have to change anything, just click import, and it's super quick. It'll just run. Okay, so once you've imported, go back to a terminal, and then you need to run PHP. So you need to install, okay, so you do need to install PHP locally, and I think I just use brew to do that because I'm on Mac. So yeah, PHP, I think I had to install Composer. Yeah, I think those are the two I installed, Composer and PHP. With PHP, you call artisan db seed and migrate, or maybe it's just migrate. Yeah, so migrate, I'll just run a status because I've already migrated. You'll see everything is ran. And what do I mean by migrations? I think, let's find that. So under database folder, under migrations, there's PHP ups and downs. So like your up will be adding a modification to the database, a down will be like destroying things. It's gonna run not all of these because the database script that you ran has almost all of these migrations in it already. So most of these won't run. The sailing, delivery, and coordinate column may run. So you might see those have to be run. So instead of running status, you just run migrate. If I run a pretend, it'll show you what's going to change without changing it. In my case, yeah, I'm up to date with migrations. Okay, and then let's go back to the DB seed. DB seed isn't that critical. And the reason why is I'll show you, it's only adding one entry to the admin table. You could do this manually if you wanted to. You go to the admin table, you create a user, and these are the values. So the password's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So if you run the admin locally and you do run Artisan DB seed, then it will have this user. You can log in as admin at admin.com with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if you want to go into the admin panel. And eventually you probably should understand that, because then you can seed some data locally for your testing on the Flutter app. One last thing to note, you might have to run Composer for all of this. Composer install, I think, is the command. So if you have any failures for this PHP stuff, just run Composer install, and it should install any local stuff. It's just like npm. Here's all the dev packages that need to be there. I just can't remember if this needs to be done before you can run seed and migrate. Again, one more thing. You'll start with a .env example. Just rename this file to copy it. No, don't rename this. Copy it and create a .env from the copy. That will be used as your environment variables. And it's already pre-configured with the connection to your Docker instance. But I guess I should have said this. Before you run your seed and migrate, I think you're going to have to uncomment this, because you're running the seed and migrate not from within a Docker container, but from your local machine. So 3337. I may be wrong. I haven't done this in a while. Let's look at Docker Compose. Yeah, there's nothing exposed. Oh yeah, so here. So the MySQL database, it's local within the Docker network. Like all the other servers connect to it locally. You can see it's referencing it here locally, but it's exposed to you at 3337. So yeah, you would then, before you run all of the database migration and seeding, make sure you comment this and uncomment this, and then you'll be able to run the seed and migration, and it'll go into that Docker instance of MySQL. It's easy. I made it hard by describing it out of order, but you'll figure it out. Good luck.